And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 29, Allen. That's into the hands of Edwards. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The
pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
2nd and 5. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Set, ready. 60, orange. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. 3 down. Check out. Go.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And some room to run now. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
49, guys. Yeah. Here we go.
Second and 6. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Escaping the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets
and he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Sony Michel, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Hauschka adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. These two teams all tied after 1. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Bandits. Check 13. Check 13. Pilot 64, weak. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 3. Ready.
This is Fournette. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
65, 65. Go. Switch.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Yep. Me. Ready, go.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Michel. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. And it's caught. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Sony Michel with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run with Fournette. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Ready.
Fournette running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Kill. Switch. Alert flare.
A first throw for the backup, Jackson. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
41 Mike. Watch the slant. 41's coming. High. You don't want none of that. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the press. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half.
Philip Dorsett by himself. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Hauschka with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here's Allen to throw it. Dorsett's got it. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day.
Allen off the play fake. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And it's Michel once again. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing is Allen on third. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Go, Mike. Hey, defense. Hey, home.
Allen now on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on third and long. On third and long, it's Allen. And able to find John Brown. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
47 is the mic. Crunch time, defense.
They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
47. 19. Check. 47. 5 wide. Mike. Hey, exit. Mike, 47.
From the gun, it's Allen. This will be caught by Brown. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Allen now looks to throw. Open man is Kroon, the tight end.
Here we go.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 17-yard line.
Again, it's Michel. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. And they will run it with Michel. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run it in, Michel. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Sony Michel taking it in. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of a group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
41, Mike 41. You can't block me. You can't block. Check three, check three, check three. Check go. Check hot route. Hot, come on. Bang, let it go.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Looking long for Westbrook. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And here's Allen. Going to throw again. Complete to Dorsett. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And able to find Dorsett. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Allen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Michelle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Strip that ball. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Let's go, defense.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
58 to Mike, 58. Rip left, rip left. Back, back, back. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check 4. Watch 12.
They go play action now. Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 30 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Say it. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. 41's the mic. 41. You're trash. Kill. Go. Alert 3. 36. Echo. Under 10.
Now Jackson to throw again. Now he'll escape to his right. He'll run it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line.
Hey, 41's Mike. Got you, boy. Will. Sponge. No. Check 7. Hey. Check 99. Shit. Yeah. Tighten up.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On the run, it's Fournette. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback laying on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Check 25, check 25. Ready.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
On the double.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Jackson from the shotgun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Mike. Army. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long dog. It's going to be a long day. Just squeeze, get in there.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Shaq Lawson, and the Bills. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michel. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
19. Mike, 44. Here we go.
On the ground is Michel. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And a cutback right sideline. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. this so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within. I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is in. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Houston Texans. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line. Just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
This is it. It's 19. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. 19. Slap. 19. 19. 19.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Watson on first down, eluding the pressure right. That complete to Lamar Miller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
I got you. Undercut. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check 43. Check 50. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 26.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check. Motion out of the backfield.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
I got it.
And they'll run for it with Miller. And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory. Be aggressive. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
19, 50 seconds to mine. Let's go, defense. Alert.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, watch it.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And this will be a touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they've made it pay off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line.
Friday. Gun.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Show. Alert. Watch twins. Go 14. Check. He's coming.
Now a give right side. It's Carson, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 49. Check 49.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Alert. One left.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
Got it. Hey, 0. Got it. Go. Switch.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Got it. He's checking crap.
Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Check. He's coming. We got time.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Check. Lucky. Hey, alert. Check.
Now it's Carson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On first down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Kill. Hey, 31, 54. Shit. Slam.
After the sack on first down, Watson. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And got his man, complete. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 41 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kenny Stills, 43 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
No pass. 36 power.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. On the move to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Fielded just inside the 30. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Second down. Switch.
On first down, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take a shot right away. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 44 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Took right. 36.
Now it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Hey, zero,
They run it with Carson. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They run again with Carson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Check three, check three. Check your hot read.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Good guys, 4 down, 4 down. 2-15. Good job right there, good job right there. Good guys, 4 down, 4 down.
Third and long, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Check 13, check 13. Look for signal. Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Alert, 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 alert. Wahoo. Front left, right.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, Carson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Nice, sweetheart. Hey, hey. Hey, check 24, check 24. Watch out, Will.
From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Kill, kill. Alert, alert. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check, check. 24. Check 15, check 15. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
After the interception, here's Watson escaping and a big loss here as he's taken down. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
Check 24 down, coming. I got motion man. Me, I got this.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. He's got room to run past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Kill, kill, kill. This is bad. Switch. Alert, flare, alert, flare, flare, flare.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Check, check, check. Joker, 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 joker.
Now a first down throw. Watson flushed it, and a big loss here as he's taken down with a sack. It's Ziggy Ansah. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check, 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 check. Let's go.
Watson now to throw, and the pressure gets to him again. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
49, check 49. Hey, 31. You got tight. You got tight. Hey, 55. What's it? I got him.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Benardrick McKinney bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
my man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They'll run on 1st down. Miller. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run it again with Miller. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 30 yards. And the Texans push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, watch the slant.
On first down, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't got. Numbers on the board, like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man, Lord. Past the big skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Reset. 19. Too low, Patch it. Patch it. No, now.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Hey, 31. Switch. 29. I got him. Delta. Hey, check Mike 57. Alert. 57. I got you, son. I got you.
To throw is Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Kill. 31. Kill. Check 20. 25.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Watson with a give to Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a game of 5.
On 2nd down now, it's Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Alert 3. Alert 5. Check 4. Watch twist.
Miller. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Tight dog.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Say. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
This is Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Boss Boston Scott, his first carry. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. He's got it complete to Perkins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Under 10, 10.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Wentz's throw into the hands of Aguilar. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Throwing on first is Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're...
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 75 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 29-yard line.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried a stress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. It's brought in by Jeffrey. A gain there of 21 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 31.
Hey, you. Give me some. Check 3, check 3. Switch. Bunch. Ram. Kill. Hey, wahoo.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to let this go. Back. And it'll be intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On 2nd down, it's Miller. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Check 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 94. Check 4. Under 9.
Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Lamar Miller. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, 3 down, 3 down. Set, 19. Alert. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Wentz now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Throwing is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
60, high 7.
Wentz now on first down. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Hey, 24.
On first down, Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 46 yards. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Check. Great 15. Great 15.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On play action, Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
74.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there of 22.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz.
He's checking.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And Elliott puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, It's almost like a run in basketball to create.
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Hey, Haywood. SOS. Check three.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Here we go. Here we go, G. Hey, check Mike 39. Check. 657. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Wentz now on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw is Wentz. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Third and long.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They're not ready for this, man.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Brandon Graham able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Check 24. Shit. Slam.
Third and long. It's Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
57's the mark. Win championships, baby. Back. Watch the ship. 9. Hey, watch the ship. Hey, 24. Alert 3. Check 4. Hey, 59. Quick. Tight dog. Share.
Out of the gun, Watson. And Stills bringing it in. 20. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, 45 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Able to avoid him. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? That's what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Get ready.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Hey, they're scared.
Now it's Miller running right. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
50 seconds to Mike. I'm going to run you over.
On 2nd and 7, Watson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup and even 50 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the run. Kill.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Get him.
They'll run on first down. Miller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
24.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. 54. That's the way. Up. 57 to Mike. That's 54. Mike. Man out. 54 is down. He's coming. 56.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Check 31. Got him.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jannard Avery. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I start like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian, blame that on Gino. Snowflake the medallion, the skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell, keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills, they can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just enough.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold, I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored.